Lizzo. So Lizzo recently was at a Laker game, I believe, right?
Yeah.
She had a black dress on from the front.
Cute.
But when she turned around, there was a hole like this big, and it was open, like the Prince pants. And she just had a thong, and she twerked during the game. What do y'all think about that?
I loved it. I don't care what y'all say.
You loved it.
I loved it. Prince wore it, right? And I'm not a man that wants to see a man's booty, so I don't care if, you know, what they think of her. That was a lot of booty, and I liked it. The thong, the thong kind of looked like the 10 and the 110 freeway split right there. But other than that,
the thong wasn't tight.
No, it wasn't tight, and you know,
stressed out.
To be a voluptuous woman, I couldn't believe it was so flat. That was my whole thing.
The butt should have been bigger.
Yeah, she need cornbread. That's what.
Okay.
Yeah, puff it out right there.
Okay.
Jiffy.
All right, that's an interesting take. That's one opinion.
What do you think?
Look,
I'm all for women empowerment, but I just think enough is enough. Like, it's crossed the line between being confident to just whoring yourself out, basically. And I know everybody's talking about the fat shaming, but I'm a former fat girl myself. So I'm in rehab, fat rehab. So I can say this. But yeah, that was too much. And at a game with kids and...
I think it's one thing when you pay to go see Lizzo because you know what you're going to get, right?
Exactly.
So you're prepared for that. But if you just go to watch the game, like that really, except for you, that's not really what you were there for. What do you think?
I think that was the saddest thong of the year.
Saddest thong of
Go deeper. What do you mean?
I feel like she obviously did it for attention.
Yes.
But it's like, I'm a thong fan.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. It's like her ass looked like a long back.
She had a long line, so when the line's long, you don't like the long line.
Yeah, it was like, come on, like your ancestors are disappointed in you right now. They have to be.
And she's dope without it. And here's the thing I think nowadays, right? Because there's a couple groups we really can't talk trash about because we're fat shaming or we're being homophobic.
Yep.
So if you're gay or if you're a big woman, you can get away with stuff that if we did it, right, we'd be like, you know, you ain't got no sense. And what are you doing?
Right.
And that's not to trash anybody. I want to be clear about that. But I feel like we're going to the opposite direction where anything goes if you're in the untouchable categories.
Right.
And it's not because she's a big woman. I think I love that she's confident, but like you can't use that as your, I don't know, your alibi or your cover up, like, well, you know, y'all can't say shit about me because I'm just showing that I'm confident.
Right.
Yeah.
But is she confident?
I don't think that screams confidence to me.
It doesn't
I think
to me
it
either.
screams insecurity. The
Attention.
opposite.
Yeah.
It does, because I know when I still got a lot to lose, but when I was heavier, I would wear stuff to push my cleavage up, to take the attention away from the role. I wanted it up here. I wasn't confident, but I tried to portray I was.
So it was fake confidence?
It was fake confidence, and that's what that is, because she has to tell us how confident she is all the time.
Is that kind of like when people say, they tell you how good of a Christian they are?
Exactly, and then they go and smoke crack and drink.
Right, exactly.
Well, listen, I, like him, I'm a thong fan, and I was very disappointed when Cisco from Drew Hill did the thong song. There was never a thong in the entire video.
He had one on.
Huh?
He had one
had
on.
a thong on.
Yeah.
So when this young lady want to run around with the thong on, I think all women should run around with thong on. Just, you know.
Do you really?
Why? Because these guys walk around and they show their underwear walking down the street. I would rather see a woman's underwear than seeing your little nasty swap meet underwear walking down the street. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all I'm saying, ladies, free the thong. Free at last. Free that ass. God almighty, free that
Y'all
ass.
say that, but are you wiping that?
Exactly.
Are you wiping that?
No.
Exactly.
Exactly.
No.
I mean, it's just good to see. I'm not going to wife something
You
like
think
that.
thongs, is there a time and place? Like if you were in the line at like a buffet or something like that, you trying to see someone's thong?
It's a,
Depends on the thong, yeah. It depends
but
on,
as long as your
I don't have
ass
dirt on it.
doesn't look like a bar stool.
So you'd be better with it. So your thing is, if it was a better ass, you're cool with asses being out at games in front of kids. It just has to be a better ass. You don't like her ass.
Yeah, all asses matter except hers.
Lord.
Well, hey, I think she had a nice ass, like Al Pacino in the movie Heat. She had a great ass. So I don't care what y'all
Yeah,
say.
and it was a lot of it to judge. I get it.
Yeah.
What about
Yes.
this? Think about this though. There's a lot of people at those games. Do they clean those seats every day? And she put her bare ass on the seat.
Exactly.
That's
So she could have
danger
picked
to
up what was
her.
on
Oh,
there.
she got cooties.
Exactly.
So you saying she got cooties?
She got an ass rash.
So right here and out loud, you're saying that Lizzo has cooties.
She got ass rash. You sit on them seats in the Laker thing, you got ass rash.
Okay, but since you a thong fan, with that ass rash, you gonna use your teeth and pull that thong out her ass?
And see anybody talk about going there and eating no groceries, Holly. I'm not eating the groceries on that
I'm
after
just
she done put her
saying.
nasty ass on them seats.
I'm
you
just
understand
saying,
me?
you a thong fan.
But listen, she is the second person on record to flash the Lakers. The first person was Eddie Murphy in that movie where he played his brother. And remember, he walked in and he flashed the Lakers. He was like, Laker girls.
Oh.
So she is the second person to actually flash in.
So it's like you're saying it's part of Los Angeles history?
It is now.
Okay.
Oh, great.
I'm wearing a tee-back next week. I got some front row tickets. And,
Moving on. In positive Black girl magic news, Miss Universe was crowned this weekend, and Zozabini Tunzi.
Yes.
Did I say it right?
Yes.
Give me a round of applause for that.
Yes.
Oh,
You
yes.
did good.
Now,
Yeah.
this is the first time in history that Miss America, Miss USA, Miss Teen USA, and Miss Universe are all Black women.
Yes. Yes.
Do it.
That's Black girl magic.
Yes.
Do it.
So I started in pageants like 20-some years ago. I was Miss Rhode Island. I was the first Black girl from my state, and then went to Miss USA. Thank you very much.
Yes, you did.
Well, second, but she was mixed and she didn't claim Black, so I'm gonna say I'm the first one.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, but it's a big deal because in those pageants you got to be like twice as good.
Yeah.
And they don't like the judges a lot of times. Even though some of the Black judges, they still don't recognize Black women as a standard of beauty. I watched judges that I sat next to. I would like cheat and look and see what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe the scoring that they would use with us as opposed to a white woman. And
Yeah.
that's sad.
What kind of scoring were you talking about?
You have to give like they say that you don't need to give below like a 7.5 because no one in the 8s is gonna really have a chance to win. So I saw that you can go up to 9.99. Like I saw a brother that was judging with me one time. He was just giving all the Black girls low marks. And I saw like, damn, we gotta go against them and you.
Exactly.
What do y'all think about Miss South Africa? First of all, the fact that racist ass South Africa that had all those issues with apartheid has a Black woman representing the country.
Yep.
Short hair, natural hair.
Yes.
Brown skin at that.
Yes, it's
And
fabulous.
she still won the whole thing.
Fabulous, but they
Yeah.
better keep her protected because they're gonna try to take her out.
You think?
Wow.
What you gonna take her out for?
Because they ain't gonna have a rerun of that. No, that was a mistake for them.
Well, they take Lizzie out before they take her out. She's beautiful.
Take
Y'all
her out,
take back the
please.
tea back. I'm ecstatic, and I'm not a skin tone person, but my skin tone of choice is dark skinned women. So when I saw that it was her, I just everything just went through my mind that I just couldn't compute. Like, wow, they finally understand.
Yeah.
That Black women are utterly beautiful. First of all, for the record, this has nothing to do with race, but Black women are the mothers of the earth. They're the first woman. So how you going? This is now in 2019.
And the
do
most
that,
disrespected as
and
well,
the most disrespected,
underpaid.
and the most copied,
Exactly.
And don't get the credit for it.
and don't get no credit.
Exactly. Kim Kardashian got credit for making the braids.
Yeah,
Who knew?
for braids.
For braids.
She's groundbreaking.
But this is what I want to know. All those beautiful Black women, is this going to now make Black men want to date Black women more?
Not in LA.
No.
Not in LA. Oh, no.
Nope.
We got a ways to go here.
Exactly.
They're like, congratulations, sis, but can you give me Becky's number next year?
Exactly. We
Right.
still extinct. I feel like making one of those 1-800 commercials like I'm extinct. Donate to me now.
Hilarious.
Do y'all date Black women?
Yes.
Yes.
And when I
And-
walk through LA with a Black woman,
Do you?
Oh, I don't.
You don't walk through LA.
Wait a minute,
No,
you
when I do.
stuttered.
Okay.
I didn't like the way
felt
you
something,
looked at
I
me.
felt something with you.
I love Black women. The blacker the berry,
but you
the ashier the elbow. I mean, I love it.
Do you date both? Do you date all?
I do.
Okay. I think my
do.
spirit felt that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
no,
Yeah.
you know, I've
I'm okay
experienced-
with that.
Okay.
You're not.
No, I'm fine. My mom is white, but I'm very pro-Black. I'm like the most.
Yeah.
We have an audience. Do we have a question from the audience? No. Okay. We might have one.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But I find it when I walk down the street in LA with a Black woman, it's like we're extinct
It's a big deal.
because you don't see it. And then when you see another brother walking with a sister, you, all right, there you go.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
what up,
I went to a restaurant sushi place last week. I saw a Black couple. I asked them, could I have their autograph? Because this was very I'm just like, yeah. And as a Black woman out here,
Does it make you have an attitude and then they say you're bitter because of it?
I don't have an attitude. I have a problem though when people only date a certain
Right.
race. That's when I have a
Date
problem.
what you want, but when you just exclude your own.
Exactly.
Right, I feel
Well, if it's something wrong, they feel there's something wrong with the Black woman, blame it on the Black man.
Hey,
Like,
What do you mean?
because as a Black man, we don't understand what Black women go through. Dealing with the cat calls and the disrespect. So they have it in their mind ingrained. There's a wall up.
Yeah.
So if you got a problem with a Black woman, you got a problem with yourself.
if you got a problem with a Black woman as a Black man, you got a problem with your mama.
That's right.
Bam.
And that Black pussy you came out of.
You can say it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
What was it?
Pussy that you came out of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got some sad news. 21-year-old rapper Juice WRLD died this weekend in Chicago. Apparently, he overdosed on Percocet. Now, what's going on? Now, I guess we're all 40s? Around that age?
I'm not telling my
plead the
age.
fifth.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
so
cool with it. I
plead one
we're
through
more
5.
old school than new.
Yeah.
Okay, back in the day, it was like really pro-black and pro-community. Then it got to the phase of we were glorifying selling drugs. Now this generation is glorifying being full-on drug addicts.
Yeah.
And no one's like, it's okay.
Nope.
But they put these hot beats, and then they say a few words, and then we just rock with it. And I've seen people on social media kind of blaming the music, blaming each other, like this generation, y'all don't look out for each other. What do y'all think about this?
I'll agree with that, because coming from a different generation, it was the content was different. It's an agenda with America.
Yeah.
It's drugs, sex, prison. They make a lot of money off that. So it's cool to be high that way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get that high.
Right.
Like, I get high, but not like
Not seizure
take
high.
me to the
Yeah.
hospital high.
Right.
Like, but that's the generation that we're dealing with.
And that used to not be,
unfortunately.
we used to be more scary, right? With black
Yeah.
people, we like to have fun, but like not like that.
Right.
White folks, my white folks out there, y'all like to have fun to the edge of death. Like here go death, and then go your weekend. You're like, oh man, that was fucking awesome. I almost caught AIDS. We're gonna do it again next weekend.
Right, yeah.
We used to be more scary with it,
Exactly.
right?
Caught AIDS.
Exactly. But you know what? It's a bigger picture too, though. I think who's releasing the music? They can make the music, but who's releasing the music?
And who's buying it too?
And who's buying it? It's the same people that's what they want us to be portrayed as. That's what they want us to hear and think that that's the cool thing. So we extinct ourselves out. It's been happening for years.
Who's had seizures? Lil Wayne, and wasn't it also Rick? Did he have Rick Ross have seizures as well?
Yeah.
All that lean and all that nonsense. Has anyone tried lean here?
No.
No.
Anybody in the audience? No. Did you?
I take my codeine for my cough, which is the same thing,
Right.
right? But yeah,
That's what it is.
I don't drink it.
But so let me say something, and this is kind of like really serious about the subject, and that is just this. If you remember 70s, 80s, it was all good, pure music, right? It's all good music. And then the 90s came around, and we woke up as a people. We were making stop the violence music, self-destruction, UNITY. Well, the problem within the industry, I did this extensive study on it. The problem, I wrote my dissertation on this. The record industry talked to each other. And they said, we don't know what to do with these blacks. They're making this, this powerful music amongst each other, and they wanted it to come to an end. So they actually went to a university and had a think tank. And this is what they came out with, is to go get rappers' decrepit music and da-da-da. This was actually pointed out in Straight Outta Compton.
Remember that something with Eazy-E and
Right.
George Bush and the whole crack?
Right, and you notice how the guy came to him and he's like, I really like that music. That was right in the middle of our self-destruction era, stop the violence and all of that. So they put that on the table, and then we all know what happened in the 90s. It got a little rough. Well, in the 2000s, Soulja Boy was an actual record company experiment. They really didn't think it would hit, but they said they was gonna put it out to sea because they wanted this genre of dumb music. Woo, with that Soulja, he won.
Yeah.
And if you go back, you can Google it, you can go back, you will notice after Soulja Boy, it became mentally disabled music.
Yeah,
feel
it
you.
did.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to say something real quick. You guys are comedians, and we brought you on to have like a fun show. But I actually enjoy these kind of conversations as well. We can like do both.
Oh yeah, comedians,
Yeah.
we silly and
Yeah,
serious.
definitely.
People need to know we can think too. Like,
Yeah, I read.
yeah.
I read it before.
Let's go deeper. The mentally disabled music, and I feel like there is definitely an agenda with the men and the women
To dumb you down.
Look at the women, the female rappers in the '90s. We had MC Light.
Yep.
We had Queen
Queen
Latifah.
Latifah.
Yep.
Moni Love. It was all about like we had our Miss
I'm
Melody.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's like, who is the most naked?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Who's
because
doing it all?
our women back then didn't do anything to disrespect themselves or the culture or the community or their parents.
You didn't even feel like you can come at them like that.
No,
at
you
all.
couldn't.
No,
Right.
but that's why you have girls feeling like they have to have sex now because they get shamed because everybody else is popping, twerking, hopping on their dick and everything else. So you shamed. We used to get teased if you was sleeping around with everybody.
Yeah.
Now, if you ain't got 5 dicks on your belt by the 9th grade, you a square.
Ninth grade?
Yeah.
9th grade.
They fucking early now.
Yeah,
they having
they-
rainbow
I mean,
parties.
super
I went to school at the wrong time. The teachers is fucking, the kids is fucking.
Everybody
Yeah.
fucking.
What was wrong with they didn't want to fuck me? Damn, that algebra teacher. I wanted to fuck them. My algebra teacher. I was a sexy kid.
You was a sexy kid.
Yeah, but
How we feel about that? I want to laugh, but then I'm like,
I was a sexy child.
sexy child.
no, but the music industry, I remember when you actually had to have talent.
Yeah.
Well,
Remember
lyrics.
that?
Yeah.
Like you had to have a message.
Yeah, man.
Good or bad, but you had to have that. It wasn't just, let's take you and put a bunch of tattoos on your face and write some lyrics about drugs and this and that. All of this is purposeful.
Isn't Blueface the one that like raps off beat? I think he's the one that raps off.
I've never heard of him.
I thought Blueface was a new Smurf. I had no idea. Who the hell is Blueface?
I've never heard of Blueface.
Yeah.
He's probably a Crip.
Probably not.
Blueface, he definitely ain't a blood.
Well, he probably like passed out or something. His friends said, "Your face blue. You Blueface."
Blueface.
I want
Yeah.